Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check another VR builds, but before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Also, I'm gonna start doing some other videos on different games, but the main theme of the channel is still going to be AT, and I plan to upload maybe two videos at once, or one from AT and maybe another one from another game, but those are going to be a little bit spare, not daily as AT, so keep that in mind. So what are we going to do here on VR? We're going to be using a human team, but it's a little bit different than what you would expect. So number one, we have no healer. That means that everyone needs to heal. Asagi has healing on blue, Shiranui has healing on red, and Micah doesn't have healing, but she's going to be able to heal thanks to the supporters. Though this would seem like beginner friendly, it is not because of the supporters. The strategy itself is not that difficult to perform, but there's one specific supporter that players are not going to be able to use at the very beginning, or even if the story archive allows us to gain the F2P supporters easily, it's still gonna be not something that you're gonna achieve quite as easy, just so that you know. So let's just start with Asagi. Asagi is a supporter damage dealer and also, well, supporter and damage dealer. Right now she's not tank, but let me show you what she's doing. Number one, she's level 81, so she can improve. That's one thing to take into consideration. For the weapon, I have Manners Mech Butler, and this is going to be useful because it is enhanced by the Rakusenka is enhanced by the weapon. Increase basic attack damage, reduces the speed of enemies when using Rakusenka, increases basic attack damage, and increases critical rate of skills. The critical rate of skills, it's there. Like, critical is not that useful on VR, even so it doesn't really matter. But the damage from the basic is good. We have a whatever weapon 5 out of 5, both plus 15. I have anti-demonic ice Magatamas, which are going to increase my defense a little bit, and whatever Magatamas on the subslot. For skills, I have Senjinka, just cause. I mean, you can substitute this if you want. I have Munika, super important to use Munika on blue, so that you shred the defense of the enemy. Well, increase your damage by 30% actually, so it is very, very useful. And our HP recovery skill, Rakusenka. Rakusenka is just there for the HP recovery. That's the main use of that skill, so that we don't die. For supporters, we have Felicia. Yeah, limited, but you can change Felicia, just so that you know. And she's gonna make us tanky and give us a ton of damage and healing, by the way. Then we have Kichi Asusa. This one is limited, but you want this one. Next chance to get this probably is going to be when Asusa gets her rework, and that's gonna be like in 2 years at least, or something like that. So don't expect to use this if you don't have it, unfortunately. Arbella on the last slot. If you don't have this one, you can substitute it pretty easily with, for example, let's say, depending on your copies of Onigumo, you might use Onigumo. You can also use Micah just as filler. You can use Asagi, of course. Asagi is a great option. Fairy Sakura. Even if you want to go tank, you can use Akina, just so that you know. Well, there's one more honorable mention, and that's gonna be Yanagi. Yanagi is good because you become immune to poison, and that's one of the two important gimmicks of this boss. And also, Asagi makes you immune to slow, which is the other important gimmick of this boss. So yeah, you can use any combination of those supporters, but this one is pretty important. Try to use it if you have it. Let's see. Sorry, I needed water. So, stats of the skins, which, I mean, Asagi is the first character, so obviously she has a lot of skins, and I managed to get some, but this is compensating for her lack of levels. Stats of the stat training. And let's go to Shiranui. Shiranui, level 87. Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. I just need water. That's better. So, level 87, as you can see. We're gonna use Arachne's Scepter. This is a game changer for her. You can also use... let's see. If you want to use a human team, the other character that you could use is... Actually, where is she? I don't see her. Murasaki. Murasaki with Rudolph Crusher is another excellent option if you don't have this one. Besides, we just received the Christmas weapons, and I recommended people to get Rudolph Crusher, so that's an option. And, well, in this case, I'm using Arachne's Scepter with Anti-Demon Water Megatemes, whatever Megatemes on the subslot, whatever weapon on the subslot, both 5 out of 5 and plus 15. Then I'm going red, so obviously we're using Rondo to have HP recovery. I'm using Shinshoku. That's a long name. Which is just there to deal with the spiders. But if you don't want it, you can use Genejin. Also, I have Sogetsuin because this is going to help me clear the enemies that are far away. So that's why I use that one in particular. Senko we cannot use because it uses the same command as Rondo, and the weapon enhances Rondo, so it's better to use Rondo. For supporters, we go extremely aggressive with Yukina, with Fuyutsuki, and Susune. I can commit to an extremely aggressive build because my awakening skill is already maxed out and it allows me to just go that way. If you get too much damage, you can use something like Galilim. Depending on your character, you may use New Year Shiranui. What's the name of the other one? It was over here. Oh yeah, Nagi, if it's red, your character. So there's options. There's also the ability to go with green with Hisui. In blue, I already mentioned Fairy Sakura. And there's also Susune and Hebiko, depending on what you're using. But we're not going demons, so... Anyways, just be sure to check out how many damage you can take. How much damage you can take. Stats of the skins, similar to Asagi, one of the first characters. So obviously it has a ton of skins and a ton of stats. The stat training. And now, let's go to the start of the show. So we're using Micah. How is Micah going to be able to survive? Well, if you check her HP, you probably already know. First of all, we have this weapon, but it's a bit stick. Honestly, the stats are the only thing that it's here for us. But the effects, we don't use them because we're not using this skill. So, it's a bit stick. 5 out of 5 plus 13. 5 out of 5 plus 13. Fire Magatames. We can take a lot of advantage out of these specific Magatames right now with the build we're using. So it's good. Whatever Magatames on the subslot. For skills, yeah, we're using Megiddo Flame, which is probably the weakest pure color skill from Micah. But honestly, it's a pretty good skill. The issue it has two big issues. It locks you in place, and you cannot cancel it. Well, 3 big issues. Also, the command is an issue because you cannot equip it with Ruthless Explosion. It would be better if it was a dash attack rather than a double dash. But, well, it is what it is, and let's hope that Gremory changes the command. Only just changing the command, this would be great. But, anyways, let's see. So, we're using Megiddo Flame. Carpet Bombing because of the damage increase and the good AoE. And the basic enhancer because there was no other option. I'm not using a counter with Micah. I'm not using a dash that feels awkward and puts you in front of the enemy and gives you defense on top of that. Grenade launcher cannot be equipped because it has the same command as carpet bombing. Crimson Lotus is basically another version of the basic enhancer. I don't know why they did this, but it is there. So yeah, we're using these skills. Basically only these two. Then, yeah, supporters. Onigumo to increase damage tremendously. Arabella to increase damage tremendously. And Massacre Kurenai. You know it. It's just the best supporters for characters who are not able to heal. They become extremely tanky, and that's very useful when you lock yourself in place, by the way. You recover HP when you go below 40%, and you gain a massive attack buff. It is just amazing. Not to mention that you get an extra attack buff with the active, and you control your HP. Stats of the customs, which are actually pretty... no, it's medium. I was checking these ones. It is medium, and stats of the training. So, let's do a run on the step 81. So, basically, we're going to abuse Meido Flame, but you have to be careful and you have to be conscious of when you use it. Preferably, you use it when the enemy has half the super armor or is in the middle of an animation. That's the best moment to use this. There. I'm gonna use this and this. Nice. Perfect. Do not use the supporter's active after activating Meido Flame, because you're gonna get interrupted. That's an interaction that you wanna know, and you're gonna be locked in place. Well, Meido is active, but you're not gonna be dealing damage. So careful with that, guys. It is awful to interrupt Meido Flame because it has a long cooldown and a long duration, so it's just a waste of time if you don't know that interaction. Okay, there. Don't move. A shame. Yeah, that's the issue. Oh, okay. That's the issue with Meido Flame. That if the enemy moves, you're not gonna take advantage of your skill. So you want to break the super armor with this. And as you can see, I can take a hit with Meido Flame. It doesn't really matter that the enemy attacks me. So the fact that I receive damage is not an issue, not with the supporter. But the thing is that the enemy can escape, and that's a big issue. That's why you want to properly time this. So first of all, I do this, and then I use the active, and then I wait for the hit, and I just destroy the enemy. Like that. Perfect. Nice. Damage. Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't enough. But honestly, look, I had like a whole minute to spare. So yeah, this is actually pretty strong. Yeah, it could be stronger. I don't think this is going to work on step maybe 200. But probably it works on 100 for sure. Yeah, like it is extremely strong. Micah is one of the best characters in the game, honestly. She has the damage. She lacks the HP recovery, but the players who got this on Halloween are able to abuse this on any character that doesn't heal, and it's amazing. That's why I keep recommending it, as well as this limited supporter, which is just disgustingly good. I knew it was just the beginning for abusing human teams. We didn't have that many options, but now we can combine it with Phantom Shiranui. Unfortunately, I decided not to equip it here. I could have, but I rather not because my character is not protect. I could have also substitute Asagi for... where is she? For Tokiko, Tokiko is an excellent option, especially on green. The supporters doesn't really matter, but you can use this one, by the way. But what matters is that you use these three skills, and Tokiko is gonna be a supporter that increases your damage by a ton. It is extremely good. So yeah, be sure to use this combination if you want. And guys, abuse Massacre Kurna is just amazing. I hope you have the four copies. Let me know in the comments if you have the 4 copies, and also let me know in the comments what kind of content you would like to see. I'll consider it. I'm trying to move away from gachas, guys, just so that you know. It's been a couple years now, and I'm a little bit tired of gachas, but I'm gonna keep playing until the gachas that I'm playing finished. I want to see the end of them, but I don't wanna get onto more gachas. This is just for me. It is too much of a commitment. I don't play them casually. I play them hardcore. So yeah, playing daily is kind of too much for another game. So I'll just stick to the ones that I play, and I'll play other games that I like God Eater. The video that I'm gonna show you is about God Eater. I play with a friend of mine, so well, I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you think, what other games you would like to see. Preferably, it can be multiplayer or single player games, but please don't ask me to do gacha. I had enough with gacha, guys, or live services. So, well, I'll be checking your comments, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.